their quarters again. Are you seeing anything similarities between the two of why it got away in those spots?
I think it's like 2-3 possessions in a row where they, really amp up the pressure a little bit. We get out of sorts offensively. We don't really get anything accomplished in the offensive end. They get steals or whatever it may be, or long rebounds to outlets to pushing the tempo and getting out in transition. We got to be able to weather that storm a little bit better. The adversity part of it has been challenging, but you got to find a way to limit them from turning a 1 or 2 possession swing into a 3, 4, 5 possession swing where it gets out of hand.
Is that a settled offensive possession, or what's the solution there?
I think a lot of it is settling in on offense, finding a set or two that bodes well for those guys that are on the floor, those 5 on the floor. They can get us into something really good, something that gets us downhill, and not on the perimeter just trying to pass the ball back and forth and get late into the shot clock.
Mike, you guys are shooting not well at all from three. Is it mostly kind of just a little funkier, or are the way they are closing out on you, is that affecting kind of the shots, do you think?
Yeah, give them a lot of credit. They're making it tough on us for sure. We're getting some good looks here and there, but even when you've had guys flying at you 9 times out of 10, when you get the 10th one, finally get a good one, and you can rush it, you can feel like you need to move a little bit quicker sometimes. So give them a lot of credit. We just got to be better.
Mike, the old saying says the series doesn't start until somebody loses at home. Is that kind of what you have to hang on to as you head back home to Minnesota?
It is. They took care of business. They did what they came out to do, take care of home court, and now we have to do the same. Game three's the most important one. We got to be locked in and give ourselves a chance to turn the series around.
Mike, obviously so much of your guys' offense is like a concept-based offense that do this flow. Is the answer for the offense getting more into that, or is it because of the way they guard having more defensive structure or offensive structure?
Yeah, offensive structure. Yeah, we need to have a little bit better structure when times get tougher. I think we still need to play with pace, play with speed. I think that group that was in the game, end of the third, early fourth, late fourth was playing with a little bit more pace, playing with a little bit more downhill tempo. We can play that way and not turn it over. I think it just allows us to play it at a more comfortable pace. But when things don't go our way, that's when we have to revert back to 2 or 3 things that we know we can handle offensively, and everybody can run correctly.
Defensively, what has to change to keep their guys from getting in that 10 to 14-foot range that they are so comfortable in?
We have to do just a better job of contesting that. I think we're trying to take away a lot of things. They do a great job of getting into those spots that Shea is one of the best in the world to get to his spot and rise up. But our bigs got to be up. Our guards got to be ready to switch stuff to where you take away the midi. It's no longer one of those we'll settle for a mid-range shot type series. You can't give that up to these guys. These guys make that shot. So, Rudy's got to contest it. Nas, myself, whoever's in that position to be in that position to contest, we have to do it.
Jaden talked about a formula in the fourth that was successful, and obviously had that comeback win earlier this year of getting the ball out of Shea's hands, getting stops, getting out in transition. How do you guys play that style of brand if that's the most effective way with the bigger lineups?
It's just got to be. It's almost like a mindset. Like that the groups that do that are just more urgent at that time. We're playing. Like our backs against the wall. We got to come back. We're doing everything we can to get back in the game. That's what that unit, with the bigger lineups have to do. They have to come with that same mindset, and not worry so much about schemes. Not worry so much about being in the right spot or wrong spot. You got to work for it. We got to work for it right now. We got to find ways to push ourselves through it.
Are the corner threes more open than the break threes? I mean, that's been their tradition. Do you feel like that, working for corner threes is the best way to go in that respect?
Yeah, they give that up. That's one thing they do give up is the corner three. We just have to find it. We have to find it and make it. And we get our opportunities. We got to be ready to shoot it. All of us, obviously, we've had a rough couple games shooting. But guys got to stay confident. We're right there.
Is a better way to do it skip pass or to drive to the hoop?
I like to drive. I think if driving, we can get a body in the paint. It forces them to have to help, forces them to put bodies in the paint, and then it allows us to, whether we want to skip it or same side, strong corner, they sometimes help off of that too. So just finding them when you can.
It seems like you were getting a lot of that when you guys are playing to the post. It seems like you just played to the post more in this game, not just Julius and Nas, but Ant too. Do you feel like that help was a positive.
Yeah,
You take forward?
I thought we did a great job with that. I thought Julius did a good job. Ant was playing quicker, you know, in that post situation. He was getting downhill, you know, right when he catches the ball, trying to make a move, and then finding guys. So if we can get our spacing right with that, it's another way we can just kind of make our life a little bit easier.
Mike, what was the message from Vinci and Peter immediately after the game? Was trying to galvanize you guys to just turn the page to game 3?
You know, basically they took care of, you know, their home court. Now we have to, you know, tonight was a game where we might have found a couple things later in the game that can work. You're always searching for something that can work against these guys, and maybe we can, you know, take that momentum into game 3 and be ready to go.